Welcome back, true believers and spectacular Spidey fans, to another Marvel Games related video instead of Spider-Man PS4, because I am finally back reviewing this awesome GameInformer, which if you did not see my previous video, it is in the link in the description below. And what it was is that there has been an interview with Bill Rosemann, the creative director of Marvel Games. And in the last video, I mainly talked about all of the Spider-Man PS4 information within this interview. Now, in this video, I'm going to be mainly discussing and analyzing the other Marvel games, such as the Avengers Project, Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, Guardians of the Galaxy Telltale series, and other video games starring Marvel characters that Bill hints at within this interview. If you want to see my previous video about this in regards to the Spider-Man PS4 information, it's in the description. And also, if you want to read the entire interview for yourselves, Bill Rosemann himself already posted the whole interview, pictures of this whole GameInformer magazine on Twitter. So if you don't want to hear me talk about it, you can read it for yourself on Twitter. But without further ado, let's get into the first question in regards to other Marvel games. So again, the interview here is called With Great Power, and the interviewer here is Andrew Reiner. He does a great job of asking Bill all these really in-depth, thorough questions, and Bill does a really good job of answering them. So, with the first question, not related to Spider-Man PS4, just with Marvel Games, Andrew asks, Marvel Games has been around for a while, but the recent announcements with Insomniac, Telltale, Capcom, and Square Enix makes it look like a bigger push is underway. And then Bill responds, I would say it started 2 years ago, looking at different types of games on mobile, PC, and console, and starting from scratch. We drew a line in the sand and said from this moment forward, we're only going to work with the best partners. We're going with them to unite them with the best characters they have personal attachments to and passion for. We want them to love the characters. We want them to love the game because they're going to spend years on it. We want them to own the game and own the vision so that when you look at it, you know it's an Insomniac game, or you know it's a Telltale game, or a Capcom game, or a Square Enix game. So, again, since Insomniac are the ones working on Spider-Man PS4 and Capcom is working on Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite and all these other companies, they are super passionate about the product that they're working on. Insomniac, the majority, if not all of them, each have a really special connection to Spider-Man. Same thing with Square Enix probably is going on right now since the Avengers Project was announced in January and they're working on the game right now. Most likely each and every one of the developers there is in love with the Avengers, which means that these games are going to have just that. They're going to have heart, the main thing that makes a game great. So continuing, Andrew asks, you want to work with the best developers. Do you have a wish list of studios paired with specific Marvel properties, or have you been approached by companies wanting to work with you? And then Bill responds, each situation is different. We're all gamers and we're all fans. We play everything and we're looking at everything. We talk about, did you see that game? See what they did well? Look at this new gameplay. Look how great this looks. This might be great for this. We sometimes reach out to the partners, but often, and we're very lucky in this way, thanks to Marvel's success in all other mediums, people are knocking on our door. It's a combination of us reaching out and people reaching out to us. Sometimes it's a surprise to know who's available. Some of it, just planets aligning and stars getting to information into formation, and it all clicks and people are available and they love a certain character and the character's available and boom. Meaning that it's fate, pretty much. Same thing with Insomniac. Insomniac is a main developer now, like a first-party developer for Sony, working on Spider-Man. Marvel sees how great of a company they are, and they want to team up with them to make a really dynamic story, game, narrative, all that jazz. Same thing with Square Enix, Telltale, and more coming in the future. Now to continue, speaking of who is available, asks Andrew, Marvel Studios doesn't have access to every character due to deals with other film companies that were worked out years ago. What about Marvel Games? Could the Avengers have Wolverine or Cyclops on the team? So this is the question. Are other properties like X-Men or Fantastic Four, you know, kind of the lesser-known characters like Cloak and Dagger or Moon Knight, for example, the Netflix series characters, the Defenders, pretty much, are they going to be in a Marvel game or team up with other characters in a Marvel game like the Avengers Project or something? So Bill says, I would say Marvel Games functions within the Marvel family, and thus some characters are available and some are not. When the situation arises, depending on which characters are available, that gives us the chance to go really deep and shine the light on characters that might not necessarily get the spotlight. Show the world, like, you may not know Cloak and Dagger, but now they're going to be in this TV show, and they're going to be awesome. It creates this space and allows us to elevate characters that wouldn't normally get their time to shine. So again, they're shining light on these unknown characters, both in the movie front, TV show front, and now hopefully in the games front with really cool games. Next question. Everyone knows of the Avengers and Spider-Man. Is the push in the game space right now mostly the heavy hitters, or are you looking deep at that bench and taking chances like Marvel Studios did with Ant-Man? And Bill says, when it comes to the console space, definitely. We're looking at everything. Having said that, I think we have a responsibility to deliver those popular characters that everyone wants. 2 years ago, we said, okay, we have to do Spider-Man. We have to do Guardians and Avengers. We're starting there, but I would say even within those games, without revealing any character rosters, we'll go as deep as possible within those families. Don't be surprised to see some deep cuts in each individual game. So again, there's going to be a lot of twists and turns for maybe the Avengers Project. Again, whoever thinks that it is confirmed that Spider-Man PS4 and the Avengers Project are not connected, it is not confirmed at all. It is still up for grabs. We still don't know if Spider-Man PS4 and the Avengers Project are connected, and this further proves that statement, along with all these other awesome and mysterious games that are going to come out in the near future. And then next question, Andrew asks, can we expect to see any overlap between Marvel Comics, games, and cinematic efforts, or are you trying to keep them separate moving forward? And then Bill responds, we're doing that with our live ops games. Those are games where we want a constant flow of new content and to incorporate all the lines of Marvel's business, film, TV, both live action and animation, publishing, and to make sure that we're introducing the right characters at the right time. By that, I mean someone on one of our partners' teams may be a big Iron Fist fan, and they want to have Iron Fist in the game in the month of November. We would say, hey, we have an Iron Fist show coming to Netflix. If you wait until that month, he can come out in the game at the same time as the show hits, and people will lose their minds. That is really important. It's a lot of that, making sure we're all synced up. We're working with my friends in other divisions and then giving us the reference to our partners. So, what I just said there is that Bill is indicating that what we've been thinking all along with, if you have an Iron Fist TV show, like the Netflix show, and then if there's all of a sudden an Iron Fist comic book series and an Iron Fist video game, and they all release around the same time alongside of each other, people are going to go bananas, which is what the case is for Spider-Man PS4. Spider-Man Homecoming is going to come out in July. There's a brand new cartoon coming out this summer. There's also a new comic book series of Spider-Man comics coming this year sometime. And Spider-Man PS4, as stated by Ryan Penagos, is going to come out this year. Whether that's true, we don't know. But the fact that Bill himself is saying that, I highly still further believe that Spider-Man PS4 will release in 2017. And finally, the last section, we know of 4 console games, so Spider-Man PS4, Avengers Project, Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, and Guardians of the Galaxy Telltale series in development right now. Can we expect more announcements in 2017, or is this it? Our kitchen is very busy, says Bill. There are pots on all the burners, so I can't reveal anything, but as Stanley would say, stay tuned, true believer. And that is all for this video. Bill is awesome. He is not going to let us down. Marvel Games aren't letting us down. And this interview was spectacular. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Stay spectacular, Spidey fans. I hope you enjoyed. Peace out.